Hi, my name is Amy Gandomi Lewis, and I've known Ellie since I was 18 years old. That's about 19 years. And I met her through my friend Bobby Azami. Hey, Bobby. And I didn't realize I would be making such a diehard, loyal, overflowing with love kind of friend. There are a few people in life that no matter how much time goes on and where they are, that you can connect with them because they connect to who you are and they see you for who you are. And Ellie always had that ability. The other thing I love about Ellie is that she is so honest and authentic to wherever she was at whatever time and place that was, and just unapologetically herself. And that really inspires me. It's inspired me how she shared her struggles with her journey, the great lengths she's gone to find healing and solace and to help others. And I think even now, as she's getting ready to pass on for Jalen, to know that your mom's strength will be in your bones forever, and her spirit will guide you in every situation, and that you please know that you have so many people, so many aunties and uncles and friends that are going to be there for you and would tell you what would Ellie think, would be able to call that to mind. And I haven't met you, Jalen, but I look forward to meeting you someday. And Ellie, thank you.
Ellie, so Facebook is a buzz with Ellie these days. It's amazing to see all your friends and family and all these people that love you and support you, sending you messages of encouragement. It's really nice. It's an amazing spirit. I just wanted to add a couple of words to it. Check out what I found. It's a BWC picture. And I found it in this thing, my physical Facebook. All these people in Haifa saying all these nice things about each other. Check that out. So as I was looking through all those, as I was watching all the videos that were going around on Facebook, I wondered whether you had written something in this book. And lo and behold, I found something that you wrote right here. So I figured I might just as well read it to you. Dated January 3rd, 1999. Wow. 17 years ago. Amazing. Can't believe it. It says, okay, model you. Had to make this a difficult process, huh? It's because I was asking all sorts of questions, apparently. Okay then, here we go. I was born in Hollywood, California on February 4th, 1976. You're super young still. Yes, the land of stars. I have lived outside of LA my entire life. I'm currently a graduate student at the School of Social Work, specializing in family and children at the University of Southern California. I obtained my bachelor's in psychology and social behavior with a minor in sociology. I became a Baha'i at the age of 15 because it felt right. The amazing teachings of the faith provided all the answers. I was raised in a Baha'i family. I was in Haifa for 1 year, 97, 98, which is, I think, when we met first. My first time. I served in CMO as a Jani, in the mailroom and in BMO. I was one of those special cases who was able to do so many different jobs. It was great. And now I'm back for 3 weeks in BMO. I didn't remember that you came back. Wow, what a blessing it has been. Where? What a blessing it has been. I'm trying to read, right? I'm trying to read it. Okay, there have been so many highs and lows during my service. I think what stands out to me is the total transformation I have gone through, thanks to all the beautiful tests I faced. I learned to put absolute reliance in God and no one, nothing else. By allowing things to go according to His will and accepting it as such has changed my perspective on everything. I feel so blessed and will forever be indebted to Baha'u'llah for all the fortunes that have been showered upon me. I plan to give back a bit by eventually going pioneering to Africa to help with social and economical development in various areas of the country. Before that, however, I would like to come back to Haifa to serve for some time. I need the energy of the Holy Land to take back to Africa with me. That's enough me. I wish you all the best, Alan. Stay beautiful and keep up those model poses. Okay. Model poses, yes. Beautiful part. I'm not so sure. So, Ellie, this is really tremendous thing you're going through. I don't really know what to say about it. It's amazing to see your strength and courage, and it's amazing to see how you're being showered with love and support by everyone. I really am quite encouraged and impressed by how you're handling it. And I just want to say, see you on the other side. God bless.
We love you, Ellie. We truly do. Every single moment, every single day, we are thinking and praying for you. You have been an incredible, incredible example to all of us. You are so loved, and I can't wait one day in the near future to meet Jalen in person and tell him what a wonderful mom he had. Honestly, every single second we are thinking and praying for you.
Hi, Ellie. It's been a long time. I have a memory of us dancing on a patio in the hot Haifa summer at night with a bunch of other 18 to 22-year-olds dancing to late 90s hip-hop. It's a good memory. When I think about you, I think about someone who is filled with love and supportive and just a damn good person.
Hey, Boloori. I don't think I really realized how much I'm gonna miss having you in this world until it came time to leave you and say goodbye and come back home. I can't tell you what a privilege it's been to be with you in these last few days. It's been a privilege having you as a friend in the last 20 years, but these last 3 days, Ellie, I can't even imagine what you've gone through, what it's been like battling a deadly life disease. But you've made such an impression in my heart. I saw you respond to this adverse life challenge with tremendous dignity and grace, love, courage, and truth. The way you openly shared your story with everybody. There was such a realness to it. You never held back. Every bit of it. And I was in awe of your courage. In these 20 years that I've known you, you've always held your head up high. And you've always had such a regalness to you. Except I didn't really see it until the last few years. And that's mainly been because I've always walked behind you. I've never been able to catch up. And I'm just seeing what a lot of people probably knew for so long. Jalen, what makes your mom so amazing to me is because the amount of love that she has for you. She stared death in the eye for 3.5 years and fought it viciously, as hard as she could, because each day that she was able to stick around contributed to a memory that you could have of her. Your mother has been a tremendous source of inspiration because she hasn't had an easy life. It's been a hard life, especially the last 3.5 years. But she's always kept such a legacy of love right here in her heart. And that has left an imprint in the lives of every single one of her friends that she has come in contact with. She has never allowed any of those experiences to make her bitter or jaded in any way. And she has such a forgiving heart, which is the real testament of her strength. And I want you to know that those qualities are all in you. That strength, that legacy of love, every single bit of it you have. And I'm so incredibly proud of your mom, and I'm so proud to have known her. I'm going to miss her, but I will always keep her here in my heart, as I'm sure you do as well. I love you, Ellie.
Beloved Ellie, your Norwegian family, Jan Tore, Ella and I will always remember you for your courage, strength and incredible attitude. Thank you for every time you made me laugh.
Hello Ellie, we love you very much.
We love you in this world and the worlds to come. We love you very much, Auntie Ellie. We love you, Auntie Ellie.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Hello, dear one. We don't know what to say and how to go about this, but we didn't want to miss this opportunity to express how much we're thinking of you and praying for you and your family.
My dear, you've been such an example through all of this. And we just want you to know, Ellie, we love you. Wish we were there with you.
Hi, Ellie and Jalen. Big shout and aloha to you and your friends and families. I think last time we would have seen each other would have been in Haifa years back, and I've kind of wandered around a lot since then. My family and friends are always asking me, where are you, Elizabeth? And I would say, if I could answer to them today, I would say I am in Aliso Viejo, and I am with you, and I'm with Jalen. I'm holding your hands, and I want to say that I love you.
Hey, Ellie. I've been trying to think of a story about us to publicly share that isn't legally going to get us in trouble. God, I can't think of too many. One does come to mind, but again, it does involve the police. So as you remember, I would come to the US a lot to drink Snap for you, not for Snapple. And then this one time I came and you put the key under your doormat. And after a little bit of difficulty of getting into your front door, I finally made it in, and I sat in front of the TV with my Snapple and turned on the TV, and wow, there was an American car chase happening in LA. I was so excited, and when you came through the front door, I was like, oh my God, Ellie, look what's on TV. And you're like, Baba, this stuff happens in America all the time. And I'm like, doesn't in Australia. Anyway, I was very excited, and then you're like, come on, let's go out for dinner. And we went out for dinner, and then I was kind of like rushing you to come back so I could turn on the TV to see if it was still on, and of course it was. And you're like, Baba John, I'm going to bed if you want to sit and watch this. And so you did. Anyway, so a little bit of time had gone by, I must have dozed off, and all of a sudden I hear this, freeze, put your hands up in the air. And I'm like, okay, I open my eyes, and there's like, the living room is lit with blue and red lights. And I'm like, okay. And I kind of look outside the window and there's cop cars everywhere on your street. And I'm like, okay. Ellie says this happens all the time. It's okay. But I wasn't okay. So I came running into your room, and I told you, and you kind of laughed at me. And then you got out of bed and you came to see what was happening. And then you're like, actually, you know what, Elmer? This has never happened before. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm scared. That didn't help. So you sense that, and you're like, hey, why don't you come and sleep in my bed tonight? And I did, and like 40 other nights after that, I think. Anyway, so the morning comes around, you've gone to work, I go downstairs, having a chat with my best friend, Alan Freeman. Remember him? My best friend, your neighbor that you didn't even say hi to, I don't think. Anyway, so I'm like, going, Alan, what happened last night? And he's like, see, the guy that was on the car chase, they caught him in that house across the street. And I looked over and I'm like, oh my God, that was the house that you used to live in. So 6 months before, when I came and I stayed with you for a month, that was the house. That was where that guy was caught the night before. Anyway, I'm like, okay. And I told you when you came home from work, and you were just laughing at me, as you kind of, I've noticed you might do from time to time. Anyway, so then I was going through my farewell book, and again, about that laughing thing that I was saying, I sensed that you laugh a lot when I'm around, but I don't think you're laughing with me, I think you're laughing at me. And another thing, see this tan that I have, that I usually have actually, the only one time I haven't had it is when you took me for a tour of your work. Do you remember that? How bubbly and excited I was before the tour, and then afterwards I was like as pale as I could possibly ever get. I don't think I've ever been that pale in my life. Anyway, so in this book, farewell book that you wrote, you said, come and visit me, and I did. You said, keep in touch, and I did for like 17 years. You said, stay in my bed, and I did for like 40 nights, right? And I wonder why I've done all of this. You know why? It's because I love you, Ellie.
Memory of you, Ellie, is with the group of youth who are punks and ridiculous and silly, like these two guys on either side of you. You were always happy and the mature, level-headed one, especially in your flat, I remember, ridiculousness, and yeah, you were kind of the grown-up in a good way, and we love you.
Dearest Ellie, I love you.
Hi, Ellie. We just wanted to say we love you. You're in our thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
Hi. I know I haven't known you for very long, but I know so much about you through Bobby, who speaks about you incredibly dearly. And I just wanted to say how much I admire and respect the way that you have fought this battle. And I know that you have so many friends in this lifetime. You've forged such strong friendships that I know that they will be praying for you and the progression of your soul in the next lifetime. You shall be soaring incredibly high, and we have a lot to catch up on. But you've made an impression in my life. For the short amount of time that I've known you, you've made a very strong impression. And I know that you'll be very missed, but we shall all be happy in the knowledge that you will be watching us and making sure that our paths are guided from the next life. So I just wanted to say that you're very much loved.
Hi, Ellie. It's Hami. I don't know if you'll remember this, but when we surfed together in Haifa, even though I'd been there for several months at the time, you insisted on referring to me as the new guy. And whenever I would walk into the room from wherever you were sitting, you would shout out across the room, "Hey, new guy!" Which was, of course, wonderful for me. And I just wanted to tell you that that is a memory that I actually really cherish and something that I think back on with great fondness. And it was a wonderful example of your vibrant character and your joyous, loving spirit. And that is what I always will think of when I think of you. And I will always be your new guy. Now, I wanted to share with you something that has occurred to me, which is that, in this life, there are things that we will not understand and things that we will understand. And the tricky part of life, it seems to me, is trying to figure out which is which. To illustrate the point, I guess, here's an example of something that I don't understand and probably never will understand, and that is why, at the holy day when my parents came to visit Haifa, was Bobby wearing a dashiki. Now, look, these are the mysteries of life. This was a completely irony-free, genuine white guy in a dashiki situation. I think it was confusing for me at the time, confusing for my dad as well. Here we are. I think he didn't quite understand what was going on. I think to this day I have questions. Here we go. Look at that. He's quite happy about it. Yeah, I don't care. So, really, will we ever know? Will we ever understand? I think I've come to terms with the fact that maybe I won't. But, in all seriousness, another thing that I won't understand is why you got sick. But that's, again, something that we just have to put it down as one of those things. Maybe you'll figure it out when you move on. Maybe even when you're there, you'll also understand why he was wearing the dashiki. Don't tell me, though. Don't come back like in a dream or something and tell me, because I want to find out for myself. But on the other hand, there are things that we do know and do understand in this world. And one thing that I do understand is that I love you and why I love you. And it's because our souls are connected in a spirit of love, in a bond of friendship. And this is your new guy telling you always that I will love you.
Ellie, what can I say? We've gone through so much together. We have so many amazing memories from when we were teenagers till now that we're moms and our little kids are friends. One of my favorite memories is when we were teenagers and I would pick Ellie up from the airport and I would honk my horn really loud and scream out, "Boyfriend, I'm here to pick you up," and just be honking to embarrass her and make her crack up. And she would just be so embarrassed and just couldn't stop laughing. And everyone was staring at her and staring at me like, who is this crazy woman picking you up? And then I would pick you up, we'd go through drive-thrus, and I would try to make you laugh by acting like I have some kind of accent. English, Australian, and nobody could ever tell. It was just the weirdest accent. And I would just say, "Can I get some French fries, please, with a shake?" And the look on the guy that was giving me the shake in the drive-thru. His face was just like, what the hell's wrong with this girl? And you would be cracking up for hours, and that would just make my day, seeing you smile like that and just laughing so hard together. And then, you know, we always kept in touch, and then we had kids and we became moms, and then just seeing Daria and Jalen get along so well and play together. They just love each other, and they're the cutest little best friends. That was just so amazing to see. And, you know, you've gone through so much, and ever since I remember, you've gone through a lot in your life. And ever since I can remember, you've always tried to stay positive, and you had this steadfast spirituality that I would really admire. I always admired that. And I've told you this before, Ellie, and I'm going to say it again. You truly, truly touched my life. You've made me a better mom. You've made me a better wife. You've made me a better person, because everything you've gone through and how you dealt with hardships and how you are still so steadfast in your spirituality and your faith has made me more spiritual, has made me more grateful, has made me realize what's important in life. And I am thankful for you for giving me that. Jalen's a very lucky kid. He's going to always have the most amazing angel watching over him. And your love and everything you've done for him is always going to be with him. And you're really, just like you told me the other day, you're not going anywhere, Ellie. You're always here. So at every birthday, everything, I'm going to look next to me and feel that you're still here, because you will be here.
Hi, Ellie June. Pupak here. Hi, Ellie. Hasti here. She's not going to steal my thunder. This is about you and I and our precious, precious friendship.
Delusional.
Who's known her the longest?
Me.
Who's known her the deepest?
Me.
Listen, we met because of Jalen. How much deeper can that get?
All right, fine.
Let me tell her how we met, just in case you don't remember. So Jalen was attending a children's camp at the Baha'i Center, and I was one of the teachers, and that precious boy stole my heart on that day. You found out through some picture on Facebook, and you contacted me and said that my name had come up in your life several times that week, and you invited me over to your house for coffee, and the rest is history. You stole my heart.
Okay, that's all very sweet and wonderful, but we have a way deeper connection, and you know it. So,
tell her how you met.
Okay, doesn't really matter how we met. We've been so close. It's like soul connection. The minute we met, it's like we knew each other for years.
But I'm older and wiser. You've been using my wisdom throughout this friendship.
No wisdom there. Okay, first of all, wisdom, Ellie, not us. So let's get over ourselves.
Very true.
Because every single time I have seen you, met with you, had a conversation with you, you have completely transformed my heart. You have peeled onion layers off of me and completely exposed what is meant to be there in the first place. And you haven't done that. No.
I haven't done that for you. I haven't done that for her.
No, she has tried to do that for you. You haven't opened your layers.
Ooh, you have said that before, haven't you?
Yes,
I'm doing that. You know, girl, I have to tell you, I love your spunk. I love your enthusiasm about life. I love that you're an amazing mom to Jalen. I love that you're the dearest friend anyone could have. And regardless of the fact that the two of us have known you probably the shortest out of the oceans of friends that you have, we've known you deeply, and that's because of your huge heart.
And you
top that.
Not topping anything. Basically, you transform people. You are a healer, and I think that the other world probably needs way more healers, and that's why they're taking you. But you are leaving us a treasure, which is Jalen, and he definitely has that same strength, and you have taught him, but it's innate. It's in him. He has that capacity to open hearts, and you have left him for the rest of us in the world to do that for.
So listen, I love you. Ellie, I love you.
Ellie, I love you way more than she loves you.
I love you most.
No, I love you way more.
I love her more.
I love her more.
Oh my God, that was rude.
Ellie, I'm supposed to be funny, so I'm eating something while I talk to you. I'm unsure if it's working. I think I'm coming off as across a bit of a dodo head. But I want you to know while I'm trying to be funny, and it may look insensitive, I think you're a great person. I love your spirit. I think you're a testament to a human who has reached a high level of understanding of life. And yeah, you are definitely a source of inspiration for me. I love you. I love your family. I think everyone's doing the best they can, and I think you guys are great. With that, I'm going to have a quick bite to eat, and I will sign off. Bye. Alawapa.
Hi Ellie, it's Justin, Alawapa. I'm at a bit of a loss for words, but I know I've known you for at least 20 plus years, and I will continue to keep you and your family in my prayers. I want you to know that I love you, and that may God keep and bless you and your family. Yeah, I hope to see you soon. I'll be home this coming weekend, and so hopefully I will be able to come and say hello and bye. All the best.
All right, Ellie. Greetings from your Italo-Irish American friend. I just thought I'd put a few things together here that would remind you of me and my Italy World Cup days. And there's a little someone actually behind here that still sort of exists. And you know what? His battery still works, so. So he's still working from the Haifa days, and what fun we had with him and others in kidnapping him. Ellie dear, I love you so much. You have been such an inspiration, such a trooper, and such a special soul your whole life. And really, all of us, all your friends, family, have nothing but absolute awe and inspiration from how you have led your life in general, but obviously in these last few difficult years as you've been battling your illness. I think there's so many moments, so many times we had together, camel trips, bonding trips on various weekends away while we were in Haifa, also sometimes when we met in Colombia. And I just felt so privileged as well for the 1 year or so that you were working at BMO and I was at the seat, and pretty much every day in the afternoons especially we could call each other up and say, hey, it's time to have a break down in the tea room there, and then maybe see if Jeffrey's there or if we can find Shraddha, and we'd have so many laughs over tea and cookies and whatever happened to be there at that time. So listen, stay strong, and we will try to stay strong as well. You'll be very dearly missed, but I know that you're going to be watching over us and such a source of strength to all of us. And I will continue to pray for you, and I know you will continue to pray for me and for all of us when you get to be in that special realm that we all hope to reach one day. So I look forward to seeing you again soon, my dear. Take care, keep brave, give a big hug to Jalen, our prayers and love go out to him, and just not much more to say other than I love you, Ellie, very much. God bless.
Is there any remover of difficulties? Safeguard, say praise be God. He is God. All are his servants, and all abide by his bidding. Ellie, my love, we've known each other, which has turned out to be half of your life now. And it's really, really hard to find the words. What has always stood out to me is your fierce spirit. And from the beginning, this connection we've had has been a spiritual one. And this is why I wanted to sing this prayer for you. For you and Jalen and all the wonderful people whose lives will be a little bit poor or a lot poor because you will no longer be there. But we know that even though this body that has transported your soul for these years on this planet, that its days are numbered, but your soul will stay with us. And the memories we have with you, of you laughing and dancing and fighting and never giving up, of you loving, these memories will always stay with us. I want to thank you for being this wonderful example of a warrior, for inspiring so many people with a life you've lived, for loving your Jalen like any person can. We'll always take you with us in our hearts, in our prayers. And even though it's painful for us, we're really happy for your soul, that it will be free to reunite with its beloved.
Ellie, my dear, Katrin just showed me a couple of pictures from the time that we first met in Haifa, spending time together on the walls of Akka, and just being there and having our life in front of us is pretty drastic contrast to the situation that we find ourselves in right now. But then on the other hand, and I had the privilege of getting to know you a little bit better just half a year ago, visiting you in your home, meeting Jalen, it also showed us that, or at least taught me that it doesn't really matter what, it's hard to find the words, what we what we are today, but how we live our life and how we go about things. And you showed in all these moments that I met you a tremendous commitment to life itself. And no matter what circumstances you found yourself in, you always, you never lost view of the big picture and strive to get the best for your spiritual development out of it, and also the best for Jalen these last years for sure. So this is a legacy that will continue no matter where we are, no matter where you are, and especially that evening that I had the privilege to spend with you taught me so many lessons about these really core elements of how you live your life, not what your life is like and what it makes out of you, but how you look at it, and how you tackle it, and what you do with it. Yeah, as I said, I still have to learn a lot of lessons from that, and I'll carry that in my heart. And yeah, it is a big privilege to know you. So thank you very much for the time. And just letting us in your heart, I think.
Ellie, I do not even have words to say how much you have meant for me in the past, especially the past 3 years, which is actually when we developed our closer friendship, even though we've known each other for much longer. But you have taught me so much, especially about strength, about perseverance, and about keeping a sense of humor in spite of our difficulties, because man, did we laugh. Every time we talked, we could still laugh, even about the bad stuff with chemo and all this stuff that was happening to your body. We still would find a way to laugh about the situation, and that is what gave me strength through all these years. Seeing you this last weekend was a blessing for me. Seeing how prepared you are for this next part of your journey is just so incredible. And that brings me so much peace and so much joy to know that you are so ready and that you are such an example for all of us. And you've done such an incredible job raising Jalen. What a beautiful boy he is. Being there and seeing how respectful he is and how mature he is and so intelligent. Jalen, you are so loved, and just know that you're loved by so many as well. And your mom has always shared how basically she even thinks you guys are just basically the same soul in two bodies. So anyway, this is my words to you, Ellie. I love you.
Ellie Junam, Allah Pa, darling. It's Loretta. It's such a fabulous idea to put this thing together so that we can at least tell you how much we love you and how much I wish I was there to squish you and give you the biggest hug ever. So I'm entrusting your friends to do that for me. I've absolutely loved and thanked them all. Please shout out to all of them for sharing all these beautiful pictures of you and the stories and all the heartfelt messages. I know we haven't seen each other face to face in probably 20 plus years. I met you in LA where we had dinner at Venice Beach with Bass and Johnny and Steve Wu. And a few others that actually I can't recall. I think it was David or someone else that was there. But the biggest joy of that night for me was meeting you, and what a special human being you are. And since then, obviously, I knew you were amazing from all the stories of my brother Jeffrey. So I was so excited to see you and meet you, and you've stayed in my heart and communicated with me all throughout the years, even though we haven't seen each other. So I just want to say it's as heartbreaking as it is and what you're going through. I love you so much, and know that we'll be reunited soon. And I know that you, although physically might not be here anymore, that your spirit is going to shine on all of us. And I want to thank you from now. So trying to keep it lighthearted, and I know how much you love to laugh. So what I've tried to put together is to go a little gangster and do a little rap for you. So I'm going to do that in the second part of this message, because I need to sort of get ready for that to happen. So I hope you enjoy it. I love you. You're in my heart and in my prayers and in my thoughts. And I love you forever. And if there's anything Jalen ever wants to come out to Australia for a holiday, he's got a home, and Ope will welcome him with open arms. So I love you forever. Thank you for being so beautiful and such an example of an extraordinary human being.
Hi, Ellie. It's Lou Bergner. You may remember me from the Baha'i World Center. You and I didn't interact very much while we were there, but what I do remember of you is that you were always very happy, and that's a characteristic that has survived all of the trials and tribulations that you're going through now. I just wanted to record this for you and let you know that I do love you. You're in my prayers. All the best.
Hi, Ellie.
Hello.
Oh, we love you. And I remember very well, first time I met you, I should have found pictures. We were on pilgrimage together in Haifa in 1996, and it was very nice. And then we met many times since, but all times in the Holy Land. And now we're very happy to have lots of more memories, because you can now be our very, very special pioneer for this new 5-year plan. We hope you will focus all your energies on Norway, so that the goals of this 5-year plan and the victories will be won in Norway. And we will count on you and keep you constantly in our teaching efforts. And you and Martha Ruth will be our closest companions these 5 years to reach 2021. This is Jonathan. This is Farid.
Hello.
Hi, beautiful Ellie. We know we're not going to be there for your birthday, but we thought we'd have a little celebration just for you. So, happy birthday to Ellie. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ellie. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Hooray! We're going to cut the cake and have some cake in your honor. Yeah. Oh, we forgot forks. Wish you were here.
Hey Ellie, it's Michelle here. I was trying to think of memories of our time together in Haifa, because that's really where we spent the majority of our time together. And I know we've did trips to the Four Seas Mad Dash and everything like that. But for some reason, the memory that keeps coming back, and it isn't really even about you, is Katinka dancing to the Barbie song. And I believe you were there, probably dancing as well. And so I don't know why that song keeps coming into my head whenever I think of you. But yeah, so dance it up, put some Barbie music on, maybe just once, because that's a fairly terrible song. Yeah, and if I was braver, I would be doing a Barbie dance for you right now.
Hello, Ellie. I am sending you my love from Macau. We love you, we miss you, we are saying lots of prayer for you and for dear Jalen until we meet again.
My dear Ellie, words can't express the love that I would like to shower upon you at this moment. I wish I was there to give you the biggest hug in the world. You're such a beautiful soul with so much strength and joyfulness that showered upon anyone that crosses your path. I remember our time in Haifa very, very vividly, and you had this big, beautiful smile that would always light up the room. I look at all my photos, and there were so many wonderful moments together in Haifa. I know that our paths haven't crossed since then, but you've always been in my heart and prayers. Thank you for sharing your journey and inspiring us all to have strength and faith. Heed me, ye mortal birds, in the rose garden of changeless splendor. A flower has begun to bloom, compared to which every other flower is but a thorn, and before the brightness of whose glory the very essence of beauty must pale and wither. Arise, therefore, and with full enthusiasm in your hearts, with all the eagerness of your souls, the full fervour of your will, and the concentrated efforts of your entire being, strive to attain the paradise of his presence, and endeavour to inhale the fragrance of the incorruptible flower, to breathe the sweet savours of holiness, and to attain a portion of this perfume of celestial glory. Whoso followeth this counsel will break his chains asunder, will taste the embandment of enraptured love, and will attain unto his heart's desire, and will surrender his soul into the hands of his beloved. Bursting through his cage, he will, even as a bird of the spirit, wing his flight to his holy and everlasting nest. I love you, dear Ellie. May your spirit take its flight to his holy and everlasting nest. All my love and lots of hugs and kisses.
Ellie June, when I think of you, I think about all the good times we had in our 20s, conference hopping, and all the good laughs we had together. But I acknowledge and I appreciate that I met you at a time in my life where I was ignoring some issues that I had as a child, and you helped me acknowledge them and give them importance and address them. It was a big step for me, and I'm very grateful for that. I think you are a woman of compassion and love, and definitely your calling was to reach out and to help others, and you definitely have made your mark. I'm not going to say goodbye because you will always be remembered, and I love you, Ellie, and I'm looking forward to seeing you this week.
There are many memories to share of Ellie June. She's just an amazing person, but if I could choose one, it would be our trip to Sedona. We went April of 2015. She has tried to get me to go on this trip for a while, and I was rejecting the idea, because I'm like, why do I need to go to Sedona? But she finally encouraged me to go, and I did, and she said it's going to be a life-changing trip. She kept telling me that, and I was like, whatever, right? Like, how can a trip be life-changing? I don't know. I had no idea, like, what she meant by that. But she kept telling me, so I trusted her. And I said, let's go. And we did. And it was one of the most amazing, unforgettable, and life-changing trips. We had an incredible time. We bonded. We laughed. We had healing sessions together. We visited energy vortexes together. It was great. And I have to say, one of the times we were on our trip, one of the days we went to the airport vortex, which is one of the vortexes in Sedona. And we went to the juniper tree where you stand and you face into the valley. And so I didn't know what to do here because I've never visited an energy vortex before, but she had. And she said, just stand there with your hands open like this and close your eyes. And I said, okay. And I wasn't thinking about anything. And within seconds, I'm not kidding, my whole body was vibrating like crazy, like all over my arms, down my back, down my legs. Everywhere was like crazy vibrations. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Like kind of freaking out. And she's like, it's okay. You're feeling the power of the energy and just allow it to do its thing. And I said, okay. And then I literally felt like I was falling into the valley. Like my body, I'm like, whoa. Like I thought I was falling in. And again, she said, it's okay. And then she put her hand on me, and because I started weeping. I cried so much. And you know when you cry when you are like you can't like catch your breath, like that crazy cry? That's what I was doing. And I don't cry like that. I mean, I cry, but not like that. I wasn't thinking about anything. I don't know why I was crying like that. And she said it's because you're trying to get all this like energy out of you. It's cleaning you out. That vortex is like washing it all out from you. So she continued to put her hand on me to calm me and just kind of be there for me. And that was amazing. And then all I can say is I really didn't believe in that stuff. Like I kind of like understood the concept of an energy vortex, but I don't think I would have had that experience if Ellie wasn't with me on that trip. I don't think I could take that trip without her and have that type of trip. Unforgettable, amazing, life-changing. So Ellie, thank you so much for pushing me just in general in life, doing things I was uncomfortable with, putting me in situations where I would never put myself into, but you knew what was best for me. You always knew what was best for me and your friends. When you were going through the hardest time of your life, the hardest time that I can't even imagine, you always found time for your friends. You always found time for family. You always found time for your son. You always found time to help others. And all I can say is you have helped me. You have encouraged me. You have inspired me. You have been there for me. You have taught me how to self-love, how to heal, how to live. So thank you. I want to continue to grow. I want to become even a stronger person, a more courageous person. I want to let go of things like you have told me many times again. And I know that I have to work on that. And I promise you I will. I promise I will make you proud. I love you so much. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for being there for me when I needed you. You always made me feel safe, loved, and happy and joyful. You are an incredible woman, and I am lucky to have you as my friend, to have lived close to you, to see you often, and you have been an incredible mother to Jalen. Wow, Jalen, you have an awesome mom. Awesome, and I can see so much of her in you as a 6-year-old. I know that you are going to be a healer. You are going to inspire others. You are going to love others, support, and be an inspiration like your mom. I know it. You have it in you. You are a pure, pure soul. So I know there's a lot more that I can share here, but I don't want to. It would take years, like literally. But thank you so much for everything. Thank you for everything you've done. And I will continue to be strong and learn from what you have taught me and be able to inspire others and help others as well, the way you've helped me and everyone else. So thank you.
Ellie, just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for being an inspiration and a joy and a friend.
It's really hard to sum up 22, 23 years of friendship into a few seconds on here, but I did want to try to communicate to you how much I love you, how you've touched my heart and my life so very deeply. You have been the most amazing, amazing friend that anybody could ever ask for. And you've been more than just a friend to me. You've been my sister and my twinnie through so many ups and downs of our lives. You've held my hand and given me strength and courage and determination and faith when I needed it the most. And I can't begin to tell you how much that means to me. I love you so much, and I am so grateful to have you in my life. You know, and I don't see this stage in your life and in your existence as you losing any kind of battle. I actually think that you've really, really won at life. You have won at healing hearts, at touching hearts, touching souls, bringing people together, soothing people's pains, and being a source of light and laughter and immense strength in the lives of everybody around you, especially little Jalen, this little tiny gem that is shining brighter than any other gem I've ever seen. You have won, Twinny. You have won at life. And your life is an example for all of us. It's an example for me. It's an example for Jalen. It's beyond inspirational. I can't even find the words to tell you how powerful you've been to all of us. I love you with every fiber of my heart. I'm so grateful for every shred of time that we've had together. And I will always hold you in my heart. I will never leave you alone. I'm going to be nagging you the whole time you're up there. You're going to have so many things to do that are so much more important than my life, but I am not leaving you alone, whether you like it or not. You are stuck with me. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you've brought to my life. And I can't wait to see you again.
Hi, Ellie. This is Omid. Nadia and I are thinking of you and all the wonderful memories we had with you in Haifa. We're missing you very, very much.
Hi, Ellie.
Hi.
So our favorite memories, I would say that by far my favorite memory was when you came to visit us at the hospital after this little one arrived, and just watching you hold her for the first time, and you guys really just kind of melted together, and you could see the love that was just radiating from the two of you. So that was definitely my favorite memory with you. And we're so glad that you got to meet Mia, and you were such a big part of her life. And with the many onesies and shirts and shoes and everything, you'll continue to be a visual part of her life for many months to come.
My favorite story was, I think you were probably 13, 14-ish. We were going to Bosch. I think it was your first Bosch trip up in Santa Cruz. And there was a guy we were picking up halfway between. I think it was Visalia or something like that. And he was a young Baha'i kid and needed a ride up to Bosch. So you told, I think it was Mom, you told Mom, okay, if he's cute, stick him back with me so we can talk the whole way up. If he's not, stick him up front. I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8, something like that. So we get to the guy's house, we pick him up, put his stuff in the car, and he sits in the back seat. And so what does your little brother say? He says, oh, Ellie, I guess he thought he was cute because he's sitting next to you. And then he turned bright red. That was one of my favorite memories.
Hi Ellie June, this is Parvane.
And Kamran.
We are standing in middle of Monument Garden. So we chose this place because we thought at least you can see the view of the city at the background, and also you can see the garden. And you know, we met back 20 years ago in Holy Land, and ever since then I think we saw each other only once when you came for a 3-day visit. But it's amazing how much we have been in touch all these years, and we read your messages, look at your photos, so you're with us all the time. And we think of your adorable son and your family a lot. We think of you and
we pray for you in the shrines whenever we go, and you're always in our thoughts and minds.
Hey there, Ellie. My favorite memory that I have with you is the 2 years we spent on the Jamal Council trying to shake things up in Los Angeles. planning feasts and holy days and devotional gatherings, hosting rock and roll feast. I had just come back into the Baha'i faith after being gone for a long time, and you were a great and dear friend to me during those early years, and I thank you for that.
Hey, Boloori. So, I have to share the most embarrassing moments and photographs of you. So, here's the first one. Haifa Hoochie. Now, only you would think of putting those two words together. Appalling, appalling. But you lived up to it. We had a ton of fun and laughed a lot at everything. I know Daniel and I were so amused by you. Here you were, this pale Persian girl with long blonde hair, just bouncing around, shaking her shoulders in the midst of everything. And we love that about you. I know he is gonna be so devastated if he missed this opportunity to say something dirty to you in a video. But he is far away in Guyana in the gold mines. No electricity, probably doing some uncivilized things. But he wouldn't be Daniel now if he didn't, would he? He loves you and always has. I remember this one time I was cracking up with him. We were all at, I believe, a Dead Sea trip. And everyone was in shorts and t-shirts, like all sweaty and blah. And there you were, with your entourage in this black lacy number with matching high heels, at a beach, in a desert. We were like, is this chick for real? But that's what you did. You lived it up every chance you got. Thanks for taking me around Ellie when I was there. And thank you for visiting me in New Jersey and for dragging me out in freezing temperatures to Times Square, where we stood for hours and hours and hours waiting to see the Backstreet Boys. And we saw them. It was an amazing 3 seconds. See, I still have my matching ring. So, live it up as much as you can, Ellie, for as long as you can, until we meet again, my friend. And let's give Bobby a big hug for doing this. I miss the two of you. And I love you, Goldilocks.
Hi, Ellie June.
Hi, Ellie June. It's Saba and Novak.
And Novak, hi. Arash, Bobby told us that he was putting a video together and we wanted to be part of it. And we thought it'd be fun to pretend we're next to each other. And so this is as next to each other as we could be. I'm in Colorado right now, but I'm living in Austin, Texas. I miss you. And I think Saba and I both agree, and Saba can, in her own words, we're gaining a lot of strength from you, and you're truly a fabulous, beyond measure human being. So, love you.
DC, as you can imagine, and I just wanted to say that in the past few months, I have been reading your messages over and over again, praying for you, loving you, really getting strength from you. Honestly, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And yesterday I was at the store and I thought I wanted to buy these flowers for you. I'm sorry that I can't bring them to you, but they are for you and they have your name all over them. We love you very much and you will always be in our heart.
Okay, so this video is for my Elham June, my Ellie June, that I have known since I was 7 years old, and I believe she was maybe 8, and we were flower girls together. And I will never forget meeting Elham, because I always used to see her around at Baha'i functions and always be like, oh, who's that cool girl? I want to become friends with her. So we hit it off from when we were young. Me and her and my sister, we were all just such great friends, and we've been close ever since. What I think I love the most about Elham is the fact that she has such an amazing soul. She's always been such a beautiful person, both inside and out. She's been there more for anyone that I can think of. She's very selfless and such a caring nature that her compassion for others speaks for how much she's loved by everyone. I've known her for such a long time. We've been through years of going from dancing together, from her UC Irvine days to going out, to going to the beach, going to dinners, from her serving in Haifa, going shopping together at Fashion Town in the Valley, I think that's the store it was, and sharing different experiences. I will always have those memories very close to me in my heart. I love her very much. Elham June was there for me so much through everything that I had gone through with my losses that I had in my life, from when I had lost my sister and my father and my mom. Ellie didn't stop to think about herself for 1 second. I really remember very clearly when my mother had passed, how she dropped everything and came to me and came to my aid, and she was in the middle of her chemo, and it was one of the most beautiful things I had seen. She's such a selfless person, made sure that I was kept in check, so to speak, with everything that I had always been thought of or brought up of, and I want to thank Ellie for that. She was my only friend that made sure, as much as I fought her, and me and you, Ellie, both know how much I fought. Yes, I could have been stubborn at times. She made sure that I stayed in track and that I followed the right path with believing in God and following the spiritual guidance of the Baha'i teachings and the writings. And I just want to say, Ellie June, that I love you and I thank you so much. You've given me more than words can even express. You were there for me for exactly what I needed and what exactly was the reason why that got me to move on with my life. And I want to tell you that you inspired me more than any friend I've had. You're one of the most strongest people I've ever met in my life. Your caring nature and your selflessness exudes in every aspect of your life. And I just want to tell you that I love you very much. And I'll always be thinking of you, and that promise I made to you, I promised I will keep and make sure that Jalen June is taken care of, and that I'll be thinking and praying for you very much, and try to not have too much fun up there without me. Remember, I know you told me you were going to be partying up there with my sister and you're going to come back and haunt me, so I'll be looking for that. I'll be keeping my eye out on you. I love you very much, and I love you like a sister, and I'll miss you dearly, and I just want to tell you that you're in my heart.
My darling Ellie, how can I forget those wonderful days that we had together, working together? And so here I am with my glitter, all for you. It's midnight, and I thought I wanted to just let you know that when your boy grows up and he wants to come and serve at the house of worship, he'll have a place in India with his Auntie Shraddha. All he has to do is call Auntie Shraddha, and there I will be for him.
Hi, Ellie June. This is my video for you, and I came outside to do it because I love nature, and I feel like this is how I'm going to be thinking of you always, is when I see the beautiful sky and the trees and flowers. That's how I'm going to always know that you're around. first and foremost, I love you. I can't say that enough. I feel like actually there is no other word or words to say that are adequate. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I love you some more. Please always know that you will never be forgotten, and we will always be checking on Jalen to make sure he's okay. Jalen, I love you too. You are absolutely one of the most brilliant young men I've ever met in my life. And I love you, and I can't say that enough. I love you, and I love you, and I love you so much. And I think you know that. Don't forget about our dragonflies and all sorts of signs, and I will be looking for you in my dreams.
She don't compromise. She's something mystical and color lights. So far from typical, but take my advice. Before you play with fire, do think twice. And if you get burned, don't be surprised. Lifted, drifting higher than the ceiling. Ooh, baby, it's the ultimate feeling. You got me lifted.
I love you, Ellie.
We love you, Ellie.
Ellie, I love you.
I love you with all my heart.
Ellie, we love you.
I love you, Ellie.
We love you, Ellie.
Love you, Ellie.
I love you, Ellie.
I love you, Ellie.
We love you, Ellie.
We love you, Ellie.
Ellie, I love you.
We love you, Ellie.
We love you, Ellie.
Ellie, I love you.
I love you, dear Ellie.
I love you, Ellie.
We love you, Ellie.
We love you, Ellie.
We love you, Ellie.
I love you, Twinnie. I love you.
We love you.
We love you. We love you.
I love you, Ellie.
I love you, Ellie.
Love you, Ellie.
Love you, Ellie.
Love you, my Ellie.
I love you, Ellie June.
We love you, Ellie.
There is a pretty girl in Cali named Ellie, whose character is truly extraordinary. She lights up every room she enters into, and that is something that we are all into. She's filled with love for all who come through, which is why it's so hard for us to let her go. Although she's going away from this earthly plane, you need to know that you're never far away, for you'll always be in our hearts forevermore, touching our lives wherever we go. Now let me hear you say, we love you, Ellie. We love you, Ellie. We love you, Ellie. Now let me hear you say, we love you, Ellie. We love you, Ellie. We love you, Ellie. I want to hear you say, I love you, Ellie. I love you, Ellie. I love you, Ellie. I want to hear you say, we love you, Ellie. We love you, Ellie. We love you, Ellie. Ellie June, I love you. Let me hear you say, we love you, Ellie. We love you, Ellie. We love you, Ellie. I want to hear you say, I love you, Ellie. I love you, Ellie. I love you, Ellie. I want to hear you say, we love you, Ellie. We love you, Ellie. We love you, Ellie.
I'm sorry that I can't bring them to you, but they are for you and they have your name all over them. We love you very much and you will always be in our heart.
Love you, Ellie.
Love you, Ellie.
Bye.
I don't think I can do this again.